Hi, guys. Happy Monday. I am Jasmine Robinson, your co-host of the Peace Bricks Academy weekly connection call. We're going to start off a little bit differently tonight. I am finally in Dallas, and we're going to do a sneak peek of our office, of our location. I was mentioning earlier how exciting it's been being here, being in the office space. I'm really looking forward to all that's going to come with the new office space. So I'd like to give you guys a sneak peek. So I'm going to turn my camera around. I can figure out how to do it. I did it earlier, but technical difficulties. 1 second for me. Here we are. All right. So welcome to 1430 Regal Road Drive in Dallas, Texas, home of Dawkins Development Group and Flip These Bricks Academy. We are happy to have you guys. So it's our lobby space. And since I'm doing the tour, I'm going to go to my office first because that's just who I am. I'm not going to talk much because I'm going to get feedback. This is the daily operations manager's office. I like it. It's got windows. This will be our receptionist space. Our receptionist will do her work here. She'll stay in contact with everyone. We have a sales team room, and also there will be space to lease, and this will be one of them for some of our affiliate partners. Keep going. We got a little conference room back here, which is nice. This is our secondary conference room. We have a primary, which is going to be more of our podcast lounge space. So we'll sign contracts and talk business here in this room. Then we have a back room space. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with this, but this will definitely be space to be rented for affiliate partners. So if you know any lenders that may be looking for office space in Dallas, let them know that we are here. We've arrived. All right, so we're going to take a peek, go around the corner, and we're going to take it down here. I'll save the lounge space for last, but this is our break room. This is kind of just our restrooms. And then the most exciting space for me is our classroom space. So this will be our training headquarters, where we'll be hosting a lot of our classes, our construction classes. We'll be able to do training in-house, teach about equipment, build some things back here, and then also host some classes like our property lien tax or any other kind of opportunity that we want to do educational wise. So I'm very, 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 very excited about this space. This is Flip These Bricks Academy classroom. Hey, all right. And now I'm going to take you to the founder, the CEO's, his office. Of course, he's got the big office on the end, right? So this is the home of Daniel Dawkins. As soon as he kind of puts his footing more in Texas, this is where he will dwell. And then my other favorite space, what I said will be our podcast lounge space, is here. So I've been kind of chilling in here today. It's been really nice. So I'm very excited. Welcome to Flip These Bricks Academy, Dawkins Development Group, Dallas location. All right. So I'm going to actually switch from my phone to my computer. So just give me a second. Daniel, if you want to kind of talk for a second while I kind of mute and switch up, that'd be great.
Yep, I guess I can chime in. As you guys can see, she got a camera which you guys just see right there in the foyer area. Of course, I'm gonna put my touch on it. We're gonna break that wall open when you first come in. That's gonna be a 7-foot fish tank that's gonna go inside that corner wall. We got a lot of remodeling to do. That hallway where you walk down into the classroom, we're going to pull that wall out. We're going to make that glass. So when you're coming down that hallway, you can be able to see it. So we have no furniture in there yet. As you can see, we are just now, getting everything set up. So Jasmine is just basically making way. We still designing and planning and looking forward to you guys coming down when we have the grand opening. So Dr. Samuel, with you being down in Dallas, you can definitely connect with Jasmine, so you can actually physically get by and get a personal tour. Like I mentioned to you, we definitely got space in there for People's Concern International. You see, we got the warehouse in the back. We talked about storage to be able to bring things in. So we got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. Yes, Mayor has already text me, so we'll be just waiting when she will give me a call. Do the talk. Thank you.
Well, tonight is an interesting night. We have Gina's going to mention a new construction project that we have coming up in Atlanta. I don't want to mess this up, so I'm definitely going to let the pro, lay everything out and, give you guys, a couple of different options and scenarios. And then once she gets finished, then I want to talk about a few things also that's in Atlanta as well.
Yes. So Gina, I'm going to go ahead and give you co-host so that you'll be able to share your screen. Co-host. Okay, so were you able to receive the request? We really skipped over I'll just go over quickly while Gina's setting up her screen. We'll just go over housekeeping rules, just typically how we conduct our meeting. We meet every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We usually get started around 7:05. We do ask that you guys turn on your cameras as we like to see who we're doing business with. Please monitor your microphones and give your full attention to the person who is speaking. And as always, a great conversation is with participation. So please engage, ask questions, and don't be afraid to talk. So Gina, I think you got it. So we'll let Gina take over and present the Atlanta investment opportunity.
You on mute, Gina.
Oh, yes. Mute yourself.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, hey everyone. Hope everyone had a great day today. And it's hot weather. If you don't mind, before we delve into this, I do have a question. And everyone that's on the call, I really would like to know their why. I would like to know why they're on this platform, and just a few short sentences. And before we do that, I'm not sure if there's new people on here or not, but I will introduce myself. I am Gina Hicks. I'm a realtor here in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been a realtor for 20 years. I am also a seasoned investor as well. I own 2 local salons here in Atlanta as well. And I'll start with myself as to why I am here at this platform that Daniel has made available to all of us. When Daniel came to me and told me what his vision was, I thought it was really amazing to be able to bring our people together collectively, to be able to invest, to do partnerships, joint ventures, to help build group economics. So that is my why.
Well, I definitely will say my why for FTB. I have several, but I definitely love engaging with people and love being a part of the growth process, as well as I too have a love of real estate, all things real estate, and I love to share knowledge. I love to educate. So when I found a platform that would support that and kind of supports my personal goals, I was all for it. So.
Okay.
Anyone else would like to share their whys? Actually, a great question, Gina. I'm glad that you asked. That's
it's important though,
thought-provoking.
Come on, guys, don't get quiet now. What is your why? We need to know.
My why is it's an interesting platform. It's the opportunity to network and to get to know people, to learn, because I knew nothing about any part of real estate or investment until I joined, the network. So it's a vital part of my learning the field. And I'm looking forward to, the day that I really expand in it. I'm not going to ever give up because, I know it's coming. Jasmine hold us, accountable. So that's my why.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
I'll go next.
Right.
It's Tariq. So basically, my why is I have a passion for a long time for real estate and investing, and I want to grow my passion, and also I believe in the vision that our organization has. You know, us coming together and lifting each other up, networking, and also fellowshipping. Yeah, I just think it's a beautiful thing, and I think I believe that we have a real strong network, and we'll do great things together.
Thank you, Altariq. I believe in the vision too.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. And I want to say that, we kind of revamped. It's been we're approaching a year since we revamped. It'll be a year in September. So I think that we have made great strides. I am very thankful for the commitment, those who have been committed, who have stayed through the changes and through the growth of the business, of the platform, through our tweaks and kind of learning our process. So I want to say big thanks to those that have kind of stuck with us. We appreciate it. You are truly a part of our community. And I think about you guys as I was in the office today, when I was kind of tidying up, I was thinking about our loyal members and just kind of, I guess, dreaming or affirming things for us in our group. So I know that good things are to come for everyone that is associated with Flip These Bricks.
Anyone else want to share their why?
Yeah, I want to get
I'll
at
go
least
next.
one more person, one or two.
Hi, I'm Eliana.
Hi, Eliana.
I'm celebrating my baby's 18th birthday today, so that's one of my big whys. My kids, and my grandson. I'm a grandma. And just giving them an opportunity, just showing them other opportunities, and just my son's going to trade school now, so I just kind of want to bring him into the family and bring him into this real estate pool. So that he can see the opportunities as well and just learn with me. And I do see the vision, Daniel has talked to me about it since the beginning, and I definitely do see it, and I'm glad to be a part of the community, and I see big things for all of us. So that's my why.
Of that. I called you today.
Yes,
Billy.
I was running around. I had to go get a cake and
Yeah, no. Happy birthday to you said your daughter?
My son.
Your son. Yes, I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
your son. I'm messing up stuff. Happy birthday to him, and we'll
Thank
connect
you.
afterwards. I just wanted to make sure that I followed up because I said I would.
Yeah, so definitely I'll follow up with you if you're okay with tomorrow.
Yeah, take your time.
All right,
No.
sweetheart. All right.
Good. Thank you for sharing.
I guess I can share my why. My why is exactly what you guys see that's happening right now. It's no real rush for any of this to actually take place. I think what's happening is really what's supposed to happen in the vision that I see how it's happening. The fact how Maria said, she didn't have any knowledge of real estate, but now it has created a platform that, gives her some personal time to go on her own, to start learning. As we progress and we start actually, getting more towards some of the goals and the visions, I can see that this thing is going to be big. It's really, really big. So my why, it was always group economics. I have been in a position for a long time where I seen things, I came to the table and I never had the qualifications to be able to do it. And so what happens with FTB, especially through group economics and us being able to pull together, that's where it starts. It starts, and we have to lead by example because we're a small active group now that have been operating individually. So now once we actually start working together and people start joining and see that there is a group of integrity and a group that can work together and being able to get things done and show things in real time, I know that that's exactly where it starts. We don't need a really big force of a team to be able to, get stuff. We just have to start working together, individually, to help each other, get across the finish line. As long as things get set in place, I know the funding will start coming. And I'm learning as well. So, You know, that's my why, just to be able to see the group economics portion of it actually work in real time. And I'm looking forward to working with every last one of you guys.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. That had really been a question on my mind that um, for a while that I've been wanting to ask people. And you're right, Daniel, it's not a rush. Everything just kind of takes its place organically. And as you said, we have to be those who are able, we do have to be the example. And so we do have several people in our organization who are seasoned investors who can, start that. As you know, Reggie and I actually did a project already. We finished it in like 3 weeks. That project, we did not flip it. That project is actually a rental right now. I just signed someone into that property over the weekend, so I'm really happy about that. And now I came across another property for new construction, which I really, really thought would be a great opportunity for, our FTB family to actually be able to invest in and do it, see everything happen and come together in real time. I did post the acquisition in our
Okay.
what is that, the Mighty Networks. I'm not sure if everyone had a chance to look at it. But if you can see my screen, I do have it up here before me. So the project is a new construction single family home. The address is in Atlanta. It's over in the Beltline. I was able to purchase the lot for $103,000. We are doing this construction at cost. And the reason for doing so, because it should cost more, but we're doing this so that we can collectively be able to allow everyone else who wants to invest to be able to invest. The projected sales price for this property is $550,000, and the estimate profit is $157,000. There is a down payment of $65,000. We also have our soft costs and our pre-build expenses as well, which will include the survey, site plans, architectural plans, and foundation. The investment terms are in tiers. So the minimum is $5,000, then we're going to $10,000 and $20,000. And whichever tier anyone decides to invest in, there is going to be an 8% return on the investment. Our acquisition total cost is at $393,000, and that is excluding the down payment. Projected sales price to sell the property is $550,000 because this is going to be a new construction, basically a new build and flip it. So I'm going to scroll down. You see the tiers. Again, it tells you what they are at 8%. This is going to be the timeline for our phases, which is the first phase, which is actually in progress already, because I am still in due diligence, which is the purchase of the lot, survey, site plan, architectural plans. Phase 2 is going to be the construction, where we'll do the foundation, the building construction, and we have to go through inspections. And then phase 3 will be the final sale, which will be the final inspections, the listing and marketing, and the sale and closing. If we go down, if I'm going too fast, please let me know, and I hope everyone can see this clearly. The investment benefits is that it is a high return potential due to significant profit margins, and that is being able to build out at cost. The structured investment tiers is good to be able to suit different levels of investment capacities. The transparent and well-defined project timeline. We will definitely keep communication open with everyone who invests with this. We do have a professional management team that is experienced by professional real estate professionals. So we have that. We already know we're introducing this at the meeting. If anyone has any questions, this time now to ask. And if there's any additional questions they may have, they may come across, you can always reach out to me via email or through the Flip These Bricks Academy through Mighty Networks.
So I do want to ask Gina, like, not everyone is familiar with the Beltline. Can you describe the lot and the community that it's in?
Yeah, actually, I can. Let me just bring that up. You gotta give me a minute because I'm trying to get familiar with this.
Oh yeah, take your time.
Yeah, let me see. I don't want to minimize you guys, because if I minimize, I'm going to lose you, aren't I?
No, just minimize that that tab. Use the little dash. Can you see my arrow? I don't know if you can see that.
Where's your
You know how
arrow?
you kind of shrink up in the top right hand corner? Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
hit,
don't see that little, like that's what I'm looking for, the little minus sign that allows you to shrink
yeah, just saw it.
it. Is it the top very where it says chats and share
Says
and
editing. It's not highlighted any longer. Click on
oh,
your document again. Click on it.
okay.
Okay, now if you go up in the top right corner, do you see the little minus, the duplicate? Keep going to your right, where it has Naomi Hood. Do you see that?
I do not see it. And it's in the right?
Mhm.
It
Maybe
should,
you're
it should give you like view options.
okay. You're on it. Well, you do close. Go over two more. You hovered over close.
Can you see what I'm doing? You can see what I'm doing, right?
Mhm.
I'm up here at the top bar where it says AI comparisons, anecdotes, remote central apps.
No.
Is it at
So
the
let's see.
because I actually have the floor plans for the property, and I actually wanted to actually go through.
So hit stop share. I'm sorry, hit stop sharing. Let's try that. This will stop other screen sharing. Hit stop sharing, hit yes.
I see it.
And then click again to share your screen. And then when you do that, it should give you all your screens that are open. Now, can you see which one you want to share?
Okay, got it. All right, so I already did that one. We did that one. Nope. None of these are on here.
No? Well,
And
why you keep,
I have it open on, hold on.
yeah,
Okay,
just,
wait, here we
oh,
go.
you
I
got it.
just was able to minimize it. Okay.
Awesome.
And
I was going to say, while you're clicking around, I see some new faces. I was just going to say hello to some.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Larry. Hi, Mr. Johnson. Hi, Mario. I was like, and hi, Malpa. Malpa? I'm not quite sure
Oh,
that's your
here we
screen.
go. I got it.
Yes.
I had something blocking it. Okay.
All right, you got it.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Jonathan or Mr. Gilmore,
Okay.
Esquire.
All right. So right before me, can y'all see this? I have to share my screen again.
Yeah, share your screen.
All right, hold on. Why is it asking me to sign in? Okay, there we go. All right. And let's share the screen again.
Does anyone else have any questions about the project or about the property as she's pulling up the floor plans and such?
Yeah, I had a quick
So the
question.
belt line,
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
no, the belt line is located where?
It's in Atlanta.
It's
No,
in
no, I
Atlanta.
know in Atlanta. Where? West End? Is it in the West End part?
It is in
Yes.
the western part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of, it runs like, is it fair to say north side? Like, does it run
It's
down?
northwest. It's northwest Atlanta. Mosley
Yes.
Park. It is not too far from the West End area,
Mhm.
but it's the northwest of that area.
Northwest of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And great things are going on in the Beltline. They
Oh
have
yeah, there's a
restaurants
lot
that,
of different things going on. I'll pull up some pictures, but at any rate, this right here is the proposed floor plan that we're looking at doing.
okay.
I'll just go through a couple of the pictures.
It's not showing.
No? Okay,
Mhm.
hold on, let's see.
Let me actually, I don't know if I need to do it again. Let's see.
I thought I hit share.
What was your question, Jonathan? Still more. Unmute.
He's on
I
mute.
saw the presentation and the profit and the 8%. I was just wondering how that was calculated.
It was
Wait.
calculated based on the sales price of the property,
Mhm.
taking out your total expenses, your down payment. That's what it was calculated from.
Mhm. And that you're asking, is it just a flat 8% or is it times? So this is what we were talking about before.
No,
Is that
so the 8% is we're looking at we're really looking at a 4-month turnaround, but I'm actually doing 6 months.
Mhm.
So that 8% is per month that you'll earn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not, it's monthly.
Okay.
so you can estimate the project time to be anywhere from 4 to 6 months.
Got
Exactly.
it. Okay.
So anywhere from 6,400. So your profit could be anywhere from 6,400 to sorry, to
So I'll go
9,600.
back to it. So right now, let's go back to that page.
That's on 20,000. You'd have to
Yeah.
So on
recalculate it.
$20,000, where was it at? I thought I put it in here. Oh, where is it? Okay, so on $20,000, your net profit would be 9,800. On 10,000, it's 4,800, and on 5,000, it's 2,400.
Okay.
And you said that's per month?
Yes.
Well,
That's
those are the
not per month.
totals.
That's the totals of 4 to 6 months. The
I got
numbers I put there are for a 6-month period. But if we're finishing and we get it sold within 4 months, then of course, the numbers are going to change.
Yes. All right. So I don't know. We still can't see your screen. Are you able
Okay,
to
so let me do share
share?
screen again. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's try again. So these are pretty good numbers. And then there is also opportunity. Let's just say this, that you will have to have your LLC in place. This is an investment opportunity where you would have to use your business structure. If you decide to do the investment, Gina will connect you to her attorney and they will work out the legalities or all the contracts and make sure that, that you'll be doing the joint venture within your business name. Or
So
in
I do want to just make a little correction there.
Yeah, not the joint venture.
Yeah, this is just an investment.
Yeah, that's what I was about to explain that, but go ahead and finish, Gina, then I can talk about what I was going to say.
Okay, so this is just an investment. This is not actually a joint venture where someone's partnering, in the project. The other thing too is, yes, we definitely want you to do this in an LLC, but for those who may not have one, you can. I don't, my personal and professional opinion is, yes, do it in the LLC. And as Jasmine mentioned, I actually have a meeting with the attorney tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. To actually go over the contracts and, solidify everything as far as how things are being done. And those who may be interested, we can definitely email that information to you. I want to be very clear and very transparent about this because I want the expectations to be, relatively known and people understand. I will not be holding any money, okay? An attorney will deal with this and they will handle all of that. Contracts, earnest money, all that stuff will be wired directly to the attorney.
Got it. I also see that we have a question in the chat from Janae. Janae, she says, does the return include the initial investment?
She said, does the
returning?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, definitely. So that was a great question, Lene. Yeah. So if you invest, 20,000, you'll get your 29,800 back. So whatever your initial investment is, whatever the return is at that 8%, you'll get your initial investment plus the return on it.
Yes.
So that'll be lump sum, or will it be like 1633 a month paid out?
No, no,
It'll be
no.
at
It's a lump
closing.
sum. It's a lump sum.
Okay.
And it will be at the time of close. It will
Yeah,
be
at the
taken care
time
of
of
at
close.
closing.
And
Mhm.
what will happen is everyone who signs, who deal, because again, I'm just going to give you the attorney's information, and they will email you, and you will deal with them directly, and everything will be spelled out inside the contract. And any questions that you may have, unless it has something to do with the real estate project, you can ask me. But anything pertaining to the contract or anything pertaining to the monies, deal with the attorney.
Got it.
Any other questions about the property? Gina, you can continue to look for the pictures and the floor plans.
Oh, I have the floor plan up. Can you, because when I clicked on share screen,
Yeah, Mario.
it said something about only one person to share a screen at a time. I'm not sure what that meant. It says one participant can share at a time. So do you want to do multiple participants or just one? Because right
No.
now, I think your screen is being shared since you can't see mine.
Nobody's sharing unless they have to turn off the actual feature.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no one's
it's
really.
turned on for me.
I'm not sure. We can play around with it some, but because no one's sharing screen because we could all see everybody's faces. So I'm not quite sure why that's happening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take away your hosting, and then I'm going to give it back to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then Daniel, while we're figuring this out, do you want to kind of go over the group economics or the investment part and how it's structured?
Yeah, I can run through that. I'm my phone on mute because I can hear it buzzing now. And it will start ringing at any minute. Thanks, Gina. I definitely appreciate sharing the information. Like Gina corrected the statement of joint venture and investment. You're gonna have several different type of properties that's always gonna come across, the table at FTB. As you guys are individual investors, you're gonna see that there's gonna be deals that you guys are gonna go out and just do on your own. You're gonna find partners that you're gonna need to do. And this particular project here is a deal that Gina is in a position to do it on her own. But what she's doing is she's bringing it, to the table to give FTB members an opportunity to get their feet wet and to maybe come in at a smaller investment just to be involved, to be able to see it through and to be able to get a return on your investment if that's what it would take, in order for you to kind of, want to, dive into two things. A joint venture looks a little bit different. Of course, there's going to be, more at stake when it comes to the joint venture as far as, bringing more to the table. Same setup as far as, the whole, group economic and stuff like that. So being that this is, a personal project, that's the platform in the outlook of, what that, actually looks like. As far as joint ventures go, it'll almost be the same scenario as if the lot was found and then we as a team had came together to partner, whether it was 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, or 9 people, who actually went in to put that property under contract and basically doing the nuts and bolts of, what Gina is currently doing with this particular individual project. I do have a couple of projects as well that I want to present to you guys that I have full control over. One is, currently, well, actually 3 of them, I have solid control. And I'm going to share that with you guys as well as, as another FTB project. These will be more of a joint venture opportunity. I don't have the numbers to be able to I have the preliminary numbers. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a group text, with members only, just to let you guys know once that information is in Mighty Networks. So this way we can kind of talk about what it looks like as a joint venture. Once me and Mario comb out exactly, what that looks like. Now, as far as the joint venture go, we will be getting funding from the lender. So us as a collective group will basically come together to come up with the overall down payment of the project and the carrying costs. Hypothetically, I'll give you, a scenario. We need, let's say 75,000 because the lender is going to give us 90% of the purchase price, 100% of the construction, but the overall investment would be 75,000. And I'm just like, don't hold me to none of these numbers. I'm just sharing with you the philosophy, what that would actually look like. Let's say if the project costs us 275,000 and the bank is going to give us, 90% of that in order for us to do so. Collectively, us as a group don't have to come up with the 275,000. We have to come up with that 75,000, and we will come together, as a team, whether, one person got 5,000, the next person got 10,000, someone else got 30,000. The goal is for us to be able to, get that down payment and plus have a reserve, for carrying costs. So therefore, you guys become an actual partner in the deal. And then your LLC, all of our LLCs collectively will basically buy that property and create one LLC in that particular name. So I do have two deals that is available on that term that I will share with you guys once Gina and Jasmine gets finished. And then I have two interesting opportunities that it's almost like the opportunity that an average person will take for self, but I believe that, these are the type of things that we want to see happen with FTB, and it is affordable. And I control the deal, as well as the person that I partner with is giving me free range to do what I want to do with the property. So once Jasmine get finished, I'm gonna definitely run through it and share it with you guys, and then I'm gonna be releasing that information immediately because this is something that we have to get on immediately in order for us to take advantage of the opportunity. But the investment to get involved is really at the bare minimum. And a lot of us as members is not even on the call, so that's why I said it's going to be a group text that actually go out so that other members that's not here will be able to have the opportunity to be able to see it. And then also, this will take some one-on-ones, even with Gina's deal. If anyone is interested, let's not just use tonight's platform as the only form of communication. Let's be able to reach out to Gina and have a personal conversation with her. So this way, you guys can actually talk the deal through, especially if you if you're interested and stuff like that as well, outside of the Mighty Networks. Because like I said, this is what this is for. This platform is just for us to bring opportunities and ideas together. And then now we have to take things into our own hands. And then we got to communicate with each other outside of this weekly connection call, because that's where the business is really, really happening, outside of, what we got. So Gina and Jasmine, you guys can finish, and then I will run through the three opportunities that I have on the table as we speak.
Okay.
Were you able to, did you get my share request,
No, I don't have a share request at all. I'm clicking on share screen, but nothing's coming up. It just, the only thing that comes up when I click on it, it says one participant can share at a time, multiple participants can share simultaneously, and advanced settings. That's it. It says host disabled participants share screen sharing.
Now I'm trying to give it back to you again. I thought maybe it would, work it out. All right, well, what I will say, because we don't want to spend too much time on the technical difficulties. So if you would email the information to me, like the floor plans and any type of info that you have, then I'll gather it together and I'll send out an email to everyone. I'll put something together and I'll send it out, or I'll post it in Mighty Networks.
Can we just, can we, oh gosh, hold on, this is crazy.
Okay.
I'll just put my email in the chat, and if anyone wants to email me, they can just email me directly, and I'll also attach my phone number as well. because I think that there probably will be a lot of questions that people may have. And this way I'll be able to share everything directly with them.
Agreed.
And,
So
and
yeah,
as far
definitely
as
put
your as far as your project, Gina, you financing and funding and everything is already in place. Am I correct?
Yeah, so let me just, so I can clarify that. Yes, Daniel, you're correct. So funding is already in place. Survey is actually being done as we speak. Earnest money and everything has already been taken care of. So I'm just in the process right now of just waiting to get the survey back. Once we get the survey back, then we can start getting the ball rolling. There are several things that have to take place, prior to construction. So it's just a process, guys. That's all I can tell you. It's a process. I'll be more than happy to go into, like I said, I don't want to tie up this whole meeting with this, but if anyone is interested, I will put my information in the chat, and please feel free to reach out to me to get
this
all
is,
the information.
yeah, I feel that this is a learning opportunity. So can you briefly explain the importance of a survey and why that is done in the due diligence? This is a
Oh yeah. I wish the screen was working so I could, because I was actually, because I am a licensed realtor, I really
Yes.
wanted to go into our FMLS so I could actually show you the property, show you the boundary lines, and kind of go over that stuff. But the main importance, number one, is you have to make sure the lot is even buildable. You know what I mean? And then you want to find out, you don't want to be encroaching on people's property. You want to make sure the square footage of the house that you want to put there can actually go there. I've made at least 3 or 4 trips already down to the city of Atlanta Planning and Zoning. It's been a lot of running around that I've had to do, on the front side of this before we could even get to that point. And that's why it's very important to have the due diligence period. You don't ever want to purchase a lot and then find out that you can't build on it,
Yes. And how many days is it a customary amount of for due diligence, or did you request an extension?
Typically, because I am licensed, I do have access to some information that is very pivotal to it. So I'm able to look up in the tax records certain things. I'm able to go online to their maps department to look at certain things just to get some viable information. So I can make a determination on whether or not, hey, now one of the things that helps here is that there was already a house, a structured house that was on that property already. So we already know, hey, we need to find out, do we have gas lines running through there? Do we have sewage running through there? Is it electrical? Do we have both electrical or gas? There's a number of variables that you have to find out prior to wanting to do something like that. So yeah. So it did help with the fact that there was already a previous structure there. And then, like I said, you always want to make sure, no matter what state you're in, like going to planning and development, they will tell you, they will give you that information, and you want to get it in writing. So this way, when you start your project, we won't have any problems. So one of the things, I'm very thorough when it comes to things of that nature. Even as well as when you get to that part, everybody wants to see the return on your investment. But even with that, you have to do your due diligence because you want to find out, our property selling over there. When is the most recent property? So I'm able to digest and get all of this information in real time. And then I back it up. I have other colleagues who are licensed appraisers. So even with I'm not a licensed appraiser, I'm a licensed realtor. So I do get that information as well. But then I'll reach out to some of my colleagues and say, hey, what do you think about this? These are the numbers that I came up with. And I want to just be very transparent because, I don't want anyone to ever go into any investment opportunity, no matter what it is. Number one, don't ever put money into a project that you feel you can't, that you have to, like, I need my money right back right away, because this is real estate and there are a lot of variables that can change. You know what I mean? So I want to be very transparent about that. I've been doing this about 16 years now on the investment side, but I've been licensed as a realtor for 20. And I will say, by the grace of God, and it's only through him, that every deal that I've ever done, I've never lost on one. you know, and when I say that, these are some of the variables that can, I'm just going to give you an example, some of the variables that can take place. You might decide to buy a property, you might decide to flip the property, and you might find out later on, hey, I can't flip this property as soon as I wanted to. So then we have to have what we call an extra plan. What's going to be your exit strategy? So there are several things that you have to think about. And I'm surprised no one even asks, hey, well, what happens, you know, if the property doesn't get sold? That's a question that anybody should be asking. And I haven't heard that question asked yet. Okay, so I'm going to answer that. I'm going to go through this because there are several things that can take place. And it also affects the bottom line of your money as well. So like I said, I really want to be very transparent about what it is. I've been doing this a long time, and for me, I find that just telling people what the truth is up front, letting them know what the expectation is, it gives them more information to make the decision on whether they want to do something or not. Okay. So exit strategy, one of the exit strategies is, hey, you know what? We can change the marketing plan. We might have to reduce the purchase price. Another exit strategy, we can do a buyout. We can do an investor buyout. And, you know, hey, the investors will decide and come to an agreement on, you know, what the percentage is that we'll buy you out on. Another one could be, hey, we can rent the house out. Okay. And then on that rental, you know, if we decide, hey, you know what, it's not going to work, you know, we'll rent the house out. Everybody gets, you know, a percentage of what the monthly rent is that's coming in.
Okay.
Now, on this, and I'm just giving examples, okay?
Yes.
This is not etched in stone or geared to the property that I'm actually doing right now. For me to decide to do a property, the numbers definitely have to work. And one thing about numbers is that they don't lie, okay? Yes.
I know, I was gonna say, we have a question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
question.
Good job, Mario.
Thank you very much. Was being patient.
No problem. What's up, Mario?
Hey, how's everybody? Hey, listen, Gina, I have a question. What I didn't hear, that maybe I missed that part, is the profit sharing.
Oh, yeah, you did. You missed
Oh, yeah,
it.
you did.
Part about the return on the money, I saw that, like 8%, you know,
Yes.
for the years. But then what about the profit itself?
The profit itself?
Yes.
What do you mean? Elaborate on the profit itself. Because
Well,
this is not a joint venture.
$157K.
This is just an investment. And one of the things that I wanted to bring to the table here is I realized since I've been on board with FTB that I think people are a little afraid maybe, or no one is really like moving forward. And I just thought this would be a great opportunity for people to be able to invest on a small project before going big into a project. You understand? So now don't get me wrong. I'm not opposed to doing partnership if someone wants to partnership at all. I'm not opposed to it.
Okay.
It just depends on
I
what
get you.
people really want to do. I'm
Gotcha.
sorry.
I think I understand. So you were saying the other option as far as profit sharing would be a partnership. Otherwise, this would just be an investment.
It's just an investment, yeah.
I see.
Now, if there's anyone on here who decides, hey, you know what, I like the numbers, I want to partner in, I don't want to invest, talk to me. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Well, I think that's a great way to wrap up the presentation at this time. So definitely, Gina, if you would please put your contact information in the chat so that people can contact you individually. And then also, if you would still send me that information, I would love to share it with the members, or we can kind of get together and find a way to share that information in Mighty Network.
That's fine, no problem.
So yeah, thank you so much. I think it's a great opportunity. I love the Beltline. I know there's a lot of activity and growth in that area in Atlanta. So and if you also maybe would put the address in the chat as well, so people could kind of maybe do their own small online due diligence.
Yeah.
They could go to Google Maps. That would be great, and kind of do your research. I think the biggest takeaway. Yeah. Biggest takeaway, guys, is and this is why I was asking Gina about the due diligence period, is that you have to do your own research and be confident in your own investments. So although there's presentations and we give you information and we provide you with information, always take the time to do your own research. A lot of this information is public record. You just have to take the time. As she mentioned, become very familiar and building relationships with your planning and zoning department so that you can find out information about the properties that you're interested in. You can find out online, but sometimes it's always best to just go to the local office.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, could I say something real quick, Jasmine? What Mario was touching on, getting at was more on the profit sharing side. He was talking about like the return on the investment is one, and then what percentage of the overall profit. It wouldn't make you a partner, it would make you more. But that's like Gina said, every deal that's going to come across FTB is going to be an individual deal and what they're willing to put at stake and what they're willing to bring to the table based on, you know, what they may have in the deal or what their relationships may be in order for them to actually secure the deal. So on this particular deal, she's willing to do 8%. The reason why Mario asked, because on deals normally like this, you would get a percentage and then also maybe a small percentage of the overall profit, which we wouldn't know what that may be. It goes back to the scenario that Gina just mentioned just now. If the property price have to drop, you know, just to get a sale, then of course that small percentage will, you know, will change as well. And I know when Mario normally, you know, put deals and stuff together like that, especially when he's looking for like investors itself, he normally try to do like a double strategy return. So that's why he mentioned that as like an additional incentive. But what I want to talk about today, I think Jonathan can be a great candidate or definitely a great help to this situation. I know Miss Janice, you up in the northern area. I'm going to bring this up because we have Larry Johnson on the call. Now that I'm thinking, this not even part of the projects that I was talking about, but I've been speaking with Larry. Larry mother owns a property in Far Rockaway. To be 100% honest with you guys, it's a deal that is perfect for FTB. Jonathan, I want to have a sidebar conversation with you being an attorney, because regardless of what, we would definitely need some assistance to be able to solidify the situation. It's in Far Rockaway. It's right in the area where all the new construction and everything is taking place. The lot was at one point at free and clear. And Ms. Janice, listen to this, because this is something that we can get together here in New York to figure out how we can get with Larry, if you guys are interested, to help his mother save her property. It was bought in the tax sale. So right now the taxes have been purchased on it. The last I looked at it, if I'm not mistaken, Larry, correct me, wasn't it less than 75,000 owed on that lot in Far Rockaway that needed to be paid off in order for the company to release their interest to of the property?
Yeah, I think it was like 74,000, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's and to be able to have a lot in New York City, anywhere in New York for that price, you can buy those taxes out and turn around and probably sell that same lot for 300,000. His mother knows it. She's not in a position to do anything about it. However, he does still have time. I did speak to the insurance party at the time. It was a little bit less, and this was before collectively as a group. But I know time is of essence. Good thing that New York is one of them states where the redemption period is just a little bit longer. So worst case scenario, if interest have kicked in on that particular property, it's going to be less than $85,000 to $90,000 at this point. Within the last, I want to say 6 months, it was somewhere like around 70-something thousand dollars. I did speak to a developer that was interested in coming in with funding to actually develop the property, but we never really got that far down the line as far as like securing it, because Larry was acting as I guess the estate of his mother trying to pull together the information. He's dealing with them. But his mother has recently just gave him full rights to do whatever because she came to the realization that she's going to lose the property and there's nothing she can do about it. So what I would like to do, Larry, is let's get Jonathan involved from the legal standpoint so he can look into the situation so we can find out exactly what that bottom line dollar line is. And let's pull the funds together to at least be able to secure that lot. Because even if we get the lot, any lender will lend on it, but collectively, it's definitely in a position to where if we just wanted to sell the lot as is, it's definitely going to be a quick return on an investment. And then, Ms. Janice, I'll share that with you because that's right within, our territory as well. I don't know if I overstepped my boundaries, Larry, but I just wanted to bring it up because I wasn't expecting you to be on the call today. So I just wanted to share that with you, but we might as well talk about it because, you brought it to my attention.
Yeah, and I'm happy before Larry Jones said, I'm happy. Daniel, I was just going to say, Daniel, just give me a call, set up a call, and I'm happy to assist in any way I can.
Yeah, I think it's something that, with Jonathan being an attorney, because like with me, Jonathan, I was just a little bit confused on how I would go about it to secure the interest on getting it paid off, especially like dealing with a place like New York City. It's not like Atlanta where it's just as simple as it is. But I did speak with the lien holder who actually purchased the taxes. And they just basically want their money back plus their interest, and that's their only interest. And you may know a little bit more about that in the city. So I'm gonna connect you and Larry and myself offline. So that's something that we can look at to see what we can do to secure the property. And if we decide to build it, then that's a whole nother story. But it's definitely solid. What I want to talk to the group about, I got three situations. And all of these situations are all realistic. I got two properties in Chicago. It's a family member, husband passed away. She didn't know that these properties were in her name. It's 19,000 owed on back taxes. Somebody bought the taxes out on one of them. And the other property, someone bought the taxes out, which is 20,000. Both properties are free and clear. As is, these homes will sell for about 250,000. That's what's going on in the overall neighborhood. I just brought the information to Mario, so he didn't have a chance to really dig into that area to see what the retail. Now, I did go down to Chicago and I did visit the properties. The properties is on a nice block, like 3 blocks away. Amazon built a big business hub over there. Most of the homes have been rehabbed, and they're rehabbing it. It's not in the city of Chicago. It's in Harvey, Illinois, which is right on the outskirts. But the person who has the properties does not have the money at all. So by buying those back taxes, what I presented, they're just willing to be able to get something out of the deal. An investor approached her and wanted to buy both properties at 80,000 each. She didn't accept it, and she contacted me immediately because she knew that the properties was worth a lot more. So she gave me, full rights to, to figure out what we want to do with these particular properties. I do have all the paperwork and all the information. It's not a rush to pay it off. She has till September on one of them, and I think November on the other one for the money to be paid before the city will allow the process to be foreclosed on. So we got plenty of time to kind of look at it. So next week, I'm going to present pictures of the property with a plan. And that's a situation. If you guys wanted to get involved, I will, structure a partnership, deal to where we will buy those properties, fix them up, and then, turn around and sell them. Or, based on, the conversation that I have with her, maybe we just buy them and sell them at market rate, but she does not have the money and she's in a position where she's going to lose them. And it's something that I was going to actually personally do. And then I just thought the other day, once it came back to me that this would be a good way to get it. And Chicago is not even my market, but I did fly down there because I wanted to see the properties firsthand, and they good properties. Besides, people broke into them and stole electrical and the normal stuff out of them, so it's holes and stuff like that in the wall. But they're two really nice houses. That's one situation. The next situation is the property that I purchased last month in Atlanta. This is going to be a complete rehab. I was planning on doing this one on my own. I purchased it carrying a mortgage. I did not finance the build out cost because it was a project I was going to do on the side. After me and Jasmine talked, we and Mario as well, we decided that let's let this be one of FTB's first project. It's a profitable project. It's definitely profitable. I have it, 100% secured. Actually, I'm going to make the second mortgage payment on it today because it is the first. So I'm going to get that paid. However, I did speak to two lenders that's willing to give me the funds. It's going to cost $225,000 to rehab this property. It's going to cost us about $35,000 to get that 225. So I'm going to have Mario put all the numbers together. I did get a chance to speak with the lender earlier. So he said it'd take him about a few weeks with this type of deal in order for him to get the funding and everything in place, for the overall construction, so I don't have to come out of my pocket. But for the most part, that 30-something thousand collectively, consider that as like a all-in investment to have partnership within the overall deal itself. So based on the percentage that you bring to the table of what it costs to cover that, as well as the initial down payment and everything that I put already down into the property, those numbers collectively will give you guys a percentage, into the property itself, whether it's 10%, 15%, 25%, 50%. It all depends on what you actually bring to the table. I just got to crunch the numbers from my initial investment and then what the overall investment is. So looking at the overall investment, I know it's going to be less than 60,000 to get, whatever percentage in stake. So then I will reverse back into the project itself and get back on the same line. And then we will basically go from there. And then also the last thing is, I have two lots here in Atlanta. I owned them since 2007. I had a partner on them. They are in DeKalb County. At one point, I had deeded them over back to the particular partner because we decided that we was going to go separate ways in a venture that we put together. And we had a couple of other properties together that we end up selling. Every couple of years, he's always resurfacing about our initial agreement on these particular lots. The lots are paid for. I have 50% interest in the lots. However, he just wants a small fee for his contribution of just basically keeping the lots and keeping the taxes and everything paid over time. So by next week, we will have all of those numbers together. I already have a house plan, already have perk tests and everything already on it. These particular properties have addresses on them already, but the block that they're located on, there's no sewer. So we would have to do either septic or we would bring the sewer line down the street. However, there's 4 other lots on the same block that we're looking to inquire. If we're able to inquire them, then it'll be worth bringing that sewer down the street. But for some reason, if we're not able to get the agreement that we had at one point with the other seller over the next week or so, then what we're going to do is just put septic on these particular properties. And these properties as well would also be FTB joint venture deals that will be really profitable for the group. And then you guys get to be a partner in it as well on those particular properties. So over the next few days, you guys should get a text message, just as a group, just so you guys know what's going on, because we're moving diligently on those particular properties, as well as the metropolitan project. And then on next Monday, Mario is going to have all the numbers back from the lender of what the initial investment, and it's going to be similar to Gina's deal. The only difference is that we already have the lots in our possession, so we don't need the lender to cover lot costs. It's mainly going to be, the overall construction costs, and then the lot value, we would just roll it into the overall deal. So this way we make sure we get the bare minimum out of, what we at least purchased the lots for, when we actually put it together. So that's all I really have that I wanted to bring to the table. So Larry, I'll definitely be getting with you and Jonathan so we can look at your mother's property, because I looked at it and I know that it's a solid deal. And if we can control the interest of getting those taxes paid back and gain interest of that, we can just sit down and take our time. We can design a property on it. It sits in between two properties. I went out and I visited the property myself as well. So I see exactly where it's located at. So it's definitely a good development deal. And if y'all know New York, Far Rockaway has been changing over the years. It's right on the beach. I think Larry property is about 3 blocks from the beach, if I'm not mistaken. Larry. It's probably like 3 blocks from the beach. If you stay in the middle of the street, you can see the boardwalk where his lot is located at.
Nice. It's really good. Okay, so I guess I will just kind of tie everything together with just a little last tidbit of the night. I would just want to say that we are now 2 quarters down, right? So we're at halftime. This is halftime. Now we got the last 2 quarters. And I would like for everyone to, revisit your goals and your visions that you had for the year, kind of give a thought process to what you have accomplished and what needs to be done. And then just come up with a game plan for the second half of the year, and try to end strong. We can end very strong. I am very confident in knowing that we are going to solidify these deals. We're going to have some of our newer investors dabble in it. They're going to get their feet wet. We're going to have our senior investors that's going to look out for them and continue to share information and bring opportunities. Everyone should be bringing opportunities to the table. When we have calls like this, it just shows that there is opportunities, there's projects out there. We just got to be looking for them, eyes to the ground when you're driving around in your neighborhood, in your community, taking down addresses, taking pictures, doing your research, and then bringing it to our meetings and to the Mighty Network platform. I do love that we have realtors such as Gina and Ileana, because they can kind of let us know what is going on in their market. And if you have a realtor that you've been building a relationship with, invite them to the call so that they can kind of let us know about that market as well. They can provide, stats, population growth, all of that type of thing. So remember that we are always looking for affiliates. We're looking for lenders that have maybe some products that we're unfamiliar with or that are investor friendly. We're always looking for subcontractors. We're always looking for private funders, private lenders. So guys, remember that this is a networking platform. This is a referral business. So we're here to learn about our specialties, learn about our services. And then when we're in the marketplace, to remember to share that information. Hey, I know a great GC. Hey, I know a great realtor in Atlanta. Let me give you her information. So please. Also, I'm going to send out the link to some of you all for your application. If you have not completed an application, please do so. I'm going to be updating our directory on our website. So I got your application, Jonathan, so I will definitely be adding you. I do need a picture. If you could email me a picture of yourself, that would be great. So guys, just remember what our goal is. We're working individually, but also together. We do believe in the power of partnership. So business referrals, bringing opportunity, sharing content and knowledge. That is our goal and our mission. Does anyone have any questions? Anyone want to add any input or anything type of suggestions? It is 15 after the hour. So speak now or forever hold your peace.
I just wanted to say one other thing that I did not mention. So because we're pretty much winding up the end of this due diligence period, I do want to let everyone know that our due diligence will be ending on the 15th of July.
Okay.
So we'll
got
need
14
people
days.
to contact me if they are interested.
All right, so we have 14 days and I will, we'll be sending out some reminder information. So just kind of keep your eyes on Mighty Networks. If you're not a part of Mighty Network, please join us on that platform. We share a lot there. You can also follow us on social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. And we also have a weekly email that goes out. So if you're not receiving our weekly emails, please put your contact information in the chat. Well, you should do that regardless. Put your contact information in the chat so others can contact you if they need your services. And I am just waiting on a new batch of t-shirts. I do want to say that I haven't forgotten.
Yes, I need one.
Yes, I know. So I only have 2X's and extra larges left. Raise your hand if you want to take one of those.
I can
Extra
do
large,
extra large.
extra large, okay, and a 2X. That's what I got.
Are they
And
men's t-shirts or women's
the
t-shirts?
shirt designs are changing too. We got so many different, really nice designs we're working on too. So we're gonna be able to have some of that. And me and Mario
I'm
gonna
gonna
get with
need a
you
new shirt.
tomorrow, Gina. We was actually trying to catch you today, like around 3 o'clock, but schedules were being conflict. So we definitely gonna reach out to you tomorrow. Both of us. We can kind of chat.
Okay.
Right. Well, I am like, I want to kind of walk around the office again, but I'm stuck. So you guys, if you missed the office tour, which is very exciting, I'm officially in Dallas now. Please check out the beginning of this video. We kind of did a quick tour of it. We will be having a grand opening later this year. We have a lot of great ideas. We're going to be working on our youth program. We're going to have construction training. So more great things to come. Please just continue to stick with us, continue to grow with us. Have a productive week. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you want me to connect the dots, I'm always available. You can reach me at jasmine@flipthesebricks.com. And my phone number, let me look on yeah, everybody's good. 404-457-8364. If you would like to give me a call sometimes, I am definitely here to help. That is my job. That's my duty here. So please use me as your resource. All right. And if that is all, we can say good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Okay.
Good night. Thanks, everyone.
Good
Take
night,
care.
Maybe I'll be
everybody.
looking forward
Thank
for
you.
that call.
Yes.
I will,
Okay.
Jonathan.
Okay.
I'm gonna get with Larry and exchange an email and a text between us so we can jump on it.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Good
And
night,
Daniel, we're
everyone.
gonna talk.
everyone.
We
Good
will be
night.
revving back
I'll
up
send that picture
accountability
soon, Jasmine.
calls. Say that again? Oh,
Okay.
yes, send the picture. Yes, please.
All right.
All right. And we're going to start our accountability calls up again, guys. So
Yes.
ready.
Yes.
Get ready.
I miss them. I miss them.
I know. I miss you too, Miss Janice. I was like, we got to
I
catch
tell you,
up. And
fell off the gravy train.
yes. And I signed in for the book club today, just in case. I didn't even talk
Okay.
about
Well,
the book club today.
I'm almost finished the book. We're
Yep,
gonna have to talk about the whole book. I'm almost finished.
we are. And I'm going to introduce the new book next week. I got a good one.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Good.
All right.
All righty.
All right. Have a good
Daniel,
night.
we got to talk. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna give you a call.
Bye.
All
Take
right,
care.
bye, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Why it's not letting me leave? Come on.
Who's trying to leave?
I am. What is it doing?
I hear your voice, Gina. I'm like, let me see if I can kick you off. You want me to see if I can kick you off? I can't.
She's
You
going
got it.
down.
You got it. Yeah.
Hey, what you doing down there, little lady?
Me?
Yeah.
Unpacking,
Okay.
organizing, trying to clean up, get my life together.
Okay.
Yeah, running around, trying to stay cool. I got a lot. All of that. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. See you soon. I'm sure we'll,
I couldn't hear
we'll be
you,
in.
but I'll call
we'll
you
be
back.
in. Yes.
I'll call you.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Bye.